Hi guys, this is Ackle and welcome back to the Ackleite channel. For those who have been on my channel before, you'll know that I'm affiliated with the Crescent Moon Alchemy Co. In the past, I've done some item reviews, I've done several unboxings, another one of them coming soon by the way. But in this video, I thought instead of unboxing and reviewing products, let's get to know the people behind the company. So, joining me in this video, we have Ryan and Micaela Bailey. Ryan and Micaela, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the channel.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. Thank you so much for having us on.
The pleasure is all mine. The point of this video is to share with your viewers a bit about yourself, things that we may not already know. So, let's dive in deep and get to know you. Let's get personal. What's something interesting about yourself that your followers may not know about you?
Alright, so something most people don't know about me is that I enlisted into the Army straight out of high school. The job I specialized in was a military police officer because at the time I thought I wanted to be a canine police officer. That's what I thought I wanted my career to go into, so I specialized in military police. But right after basic training, I quickly realized that law enforcement was not for me. So I decided to finally pursue a dream of doing entrepreneurship. So that's what I went to college for.
And something people might not know about me is my first calling was music. I've started playing the violin in, I believe it was 2008, and I've since then been self-taught in several other instruments. And right now I'm working on finishing up a music degree.
What was life like for the two of you before Crescent Moon Alchemy Co?
So Micaela had just gotten back from deployment around the end of the pandemic, so it was
a rough time.
It was interesting. We were doing DoorDash at the time to pay the bills while we were both in college. She was starting trying to get a stationery company off the ground that would later become Crescent Moon.
Do you have a favourite board game, TTRPG, or video game?
So I am partial to Legend of Zelda because me and my dad played that a lot when I was growing up. But I also enjoy Skyrim a lot. I'm more of a console gamer than a tabletop gamer. But
for video games, I enjoy playing Overwatch, previously known as Overwatch 2, previously known as Overwatch. We love playing World of Warcraft together. One of my favorite moments as a nerd was coming home from class in community college to find Micaela sitting at my desk logged into my WoW account.
When it comes to gaming together, who's the most competitive?
I'd say I'm probably the more competitive of the two, which is why we tend to stick to co-op games when we play together.
As TTRPG players, what is your go-to racing class?
I don't really have a go-to race. I definitely have a go-to class.
well, considering I've played like twice, I usually go for Druid, but that's probably just because I like animals. I like animals and nature and things like that.
Well, then my go-to class would be Bard.
Obviously, musically talented. Mm-hmm.
After a long day of dealing with orders, packing and designing, what is it you do to unwind?
We like to spend our free time cooking and baking and pursuing our hobbies. We also love to camp when the Texas weather allows for it.
Now let's get down to business. How did you get into TTRPG, and what made you want to turn it into a business?
I started playing D&D when I joined my middle school gaming club, and I introduced it to her.
And I always wanted to be a business owner. That was just something that I knew I wanted to do in life. But we hadn't really considered a TTRPG business, but when the Dice Potions, our very first product, went viral, we decided to roll with it.
You've been doing this for a few years now, so what is it that keeps you going and drives you forward?
Honestly, the quick answer is being able to see our community enjoy the products that we design. I think that's one of like the dearest, like core memories are made from just seeing people enjoy our products. And there's a special thing about knowing that you designed something that's just really, really special.
What would you say are some of the hurdles that you've had to overcome to get to this point?
I think figuring the work-life balance when you're able to make your own schedule can be a lot harder than a lot of people realize. It really does take a toll on your mental health, and allowing your time to rest is difficult when there's just so much to do.
What would be some of the notable highlights to being a business owner?
Even though it can be difficult to find that work-life balance, it's been amazing to have that option at all. We're really grateful to be able to take a mental health day when we need it, or to be able to take a sick day without having to worry to find someone to cover your shift.
Over the years, you've made many great products. In that time, are there any products that you've designed or even fully finished that didn't quite make the cut?
Yeah, we've had a ton of potion ideas that didn't turn out the way we'd hoped, colors that we thought would look great together, but just ended up looking like a muddy brown color when shaken up. We had been trying to get some retail-ready versions of our dice potions made, some that were more durable and travel-friendly that we hope to be able to offer at game stores. But after a lot of time and investment, those really haven't quite lived up to our hopes yet.
And we absolutely hate having to scrap ideas completely. We prefer to revise them or improve them if we can. For example, this was the original version of our backpack. It's, obviously it's same font, so that's nice, but it's really kind of rough. It's a little bit more boxy than we wanted it to be, and so we kept working on it until we had the design that you see today.
I first noticed Crescent Moon when I saw one of your videos about the game night backpack. What video and or product was it that got you the most views?
Yeah, for sure. Our Halloween Rogue's Poison potion got the most views. I think we were sitting at like maybe 4 million. That was crazy. But more recently, because we switched to making fantasy-inspired bags, the videos that do really, really well are the ones where we're asking for feedback on our latest designs.
What was the inspiration behind the dice potion?
So during our DoorDash days when we were still trying to figure out our lives, I actually woke up with the idea for our floating dice potions, and we did a little bit of digging, weren't really able to find anything like it, so we decided to make it ourselves.
Yeah, and we posted a few videos of them on TikTok, and they went very viral. We never expected the response we got from them.
Yeah, it was amazing.
You give a portion of your profits to help plant trees for ecology. What made you choose that group?
Yeah, so I actually grew up traveling to national parks with my dad when I was little, and I've always had a love for nature, so we knew that we wanted to give back in a way that was important to both of us, and planting trees with ecology just felt like the right fit.
You run everything by yourself. Do you like it that way, or would you hope to one day hire people to carry some of the workload?
Yeah, it's definitely something we've talked about. While an extra set of hands would be super helpful, we don't really feel like we're in the stage of our business to expand the team right now. Maybe at some point in the future, but right now I think we're happy just the two of us.
You tease a lot of your future products in your Instagram posts. Are there any products coming soon that you may not have teased yet?
Yeah, so in addition to our new design, which hasn't been shown off too much yet, we have several more fantasy-inspired bags in the works. We get a lot of comments asking for tote bags, messenger bags, even fantasy-inspired lunchboxes. So we have plans for several more bags over the next several years. We also have plans for more TTRPG accessories, and we're even working on our own board game.
Since starting Crescent Moon Alchemy Co, is there anything you wish you could have done differently?
Yeah, I think we would have been more mindful about how we reinvested into the business. We had some projects that didn't quite turn out the way we'd hoped, like the manufactured potions that we mentioned earlier. And we feel that that investment could have been better used being put towards something else.
Exactly.
What is the most and least enjoyable part of day-to-day business?
So for me personally, I really, really enjoy packing orders. I like kind of like Tetrising things together and making it look really nice and presentable. It may get a little shaken up during its travels, but I would have hoped that everything that I send out is, nice and pretty.
I'd say I think the worst part is probably dealing with lost or returned packages,
Yeah.
especially for international orders. The customers are almost always super understanding, but we really hate having to make people wait on their package while we work with the carrier to figure out what's going wrong and get it sent back out. It's a mess.
What do you think is the next big step for the company to take?
One goal we've had is to start vending at conventions. After doing business 100% online for years, it's been really amazing to get to meet people in person when we vend. The next big step for us, I think, would be vending out of state, going to conventions like PAX and Gen Con. That would be amazing.
Let's move on to some more fun questions. There are 4 empty chairs at your game table. Who are you inviting to game night?
So we've talked about that actually. We would love to get my original D&D group from high school back together again. We've hosted several game nights since we've gotten married, but we've never been able to get the whole group around the table together at the same time, and that's something we would love to do.
I think if we were doing D&D, it would be really awesome to have the entire cast of Avatar: The Last Airbender, actually.
Who would be that one celebrity that you would lose your mind over if they ordered one of your products?
Honestly, it doesn't need to be a celebrity. We lose our minds whenever anybody orders our products. But we do have a long list of celebrities that we would love to see with our products. I think if we had to choose one, we'd probably be basic and say Matt Mercer. At our most recent convention, we met with Robbie Damon, and we were able to give him a backpack. He was amazing, and it was an incredible experience.
So sweet, and it was like crazy.
He got to take a picture with us. Such a nice guy.
Have there been times where customers have shared their Crescent Moon Alchemy Co products, but using them in a way that you didn't expect?
Yeah, absolutely. A diaper bag, for instance. Thank you for the video, by the way. There have been a lot of people that have used our bags to carry like filming equipment. We get a lot of like content creators and people using that for their hobbies. We've even got a couple comments about how people use their bags for medical supplies, which I thought that was pretty neat.
Now let's hear some questions from the community. Dice Druid asks, what advice would you give someone wanting to start their own TTRPG store?
I'd say definitely be unique and don't compare your success to someone else's success. The TTRPG community is pretty big, and so creating something that will set you apart from the crowd, even if it's a little scary, is definitely worth the risk.
Caitlin asks, what nerdy fandom would you like to incorporate into your products other than D&D?
I'd say personally I would love to get into like the TCG space. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Since before I played D&D, and I play a lot of Magic when I get the chance, so I think it would be awesome to be able to have some card game products as well.
He's getting me into Magic as well, and something that I love about just getting into a new game is getting the accessories for a new game. So I have all these ideas for sparkly holographic deck boxes and things, but yeah, that's just me.
Michael's Custom Leather asks, what inspired you to create the backpack? Was it out of necessity or more like a dream?
I think it was more of a necessity, to be honest. At this point, so many crafters were recreating and selling the dice potions, so we needed another product that would once again set us apart in the TTRPG space, and that's just when we started the blueprints for our backpack.
Mystic Mum asks, would you ever consider having a UK-based franchise or another country?
Yeah, we would love to open a shop in the UK at some point. It would reduce shipping times and help to cut down on the ridiculous international shipping costs.
Ridiculous.
It's something we would love to do eventually, but it's not in our immediate plans right now.
Ryan and Micaela, thank you both so much for coming on the channel today, for sharing more about yourself and letting us get to know you better. before we let you go, is there anything final that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, we just want to say thank you again so much for having us on. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And it was our first time being interviewed, but we've had an absolutely amazing time. Thank you so much for inviting us for this interview.
It's been an absolute pleasure for me too. This video is probably going to be short, but we've been talking for hours and it has been a genuine delight. For anybody who's looking for more Crescent Moon content, I will leave links to all of their socials down below, their Instagram, their TikTok, much more. And for more Crescent Moon content on my channel, I've got multiple unboxings, and very, very soon I've got a special Crescent Moon unboxing. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
We decided to roll with it.
Roll with it.
I caught that. I did catch it. I like it.